humbles, they digging real deep. Some humble, they hearken, they listen, they meet.
My Prophet 144K, you back again with another video. As usual, man, giving you that good content. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go like, share, subscribe to the channel. I know it's been a while, but I've been moving. I moved from Texas all the way to OKC, so it's been a minute. But what we about to do here today is change my inner tie rod. So if your inner tie rod, or if your car, when you turn it to the left or to the right, if it's making a popping sound, a clicking sound, or any type of metal on metal contact, make sure you go check that thing out. Yeah, that's the only thing I have not replaced on my suspension yet, because it wasn't giving me any issues as far as I seen. But now I have replaced it. So yeah, I'm finna show y'all what the tools y'all need. Tools on the ground. So you're gonna need an extension, and you're gonna see why in the video. You're gonna need an extension. You're gonna need this. This goes on. The extension goes on there. This is a inner tie rod tool. It's like $20 at Advanced Auto Parts. So I needed this. You're gonna need a 22mm socket, either a 22mm angle wrench or a 22mm socket to get off the outer tie rod nut. Obviously, you're gonna need a 24. What does it say? Where's it at? I'm trying to clear it up. You're gonna need a 24mm angle wrench to get off the nut that's on the outer tie rod. And you're gonna need a breaker bar to put on this. Boom, and to get that out. You use this to turn the inner tie rod to get it off. You can use another tool if you got like a pipe wrench or something like that. And then last thing you're gonna need is a wire cutter. You're not gonna need the wire cutter, but you're gonna need the little tips right here. The little tips. Yeah, you're gonna need the little tips to just take off the clamps. And then the last thing I use, this is the last thing I use, zip ties. I forgot to get like a because the clamps that come on it right here, these clamps would suck. So you're gonna get some more clamps from AutoZone, or you can use zip ties. That's what I did, my zip ties. Other than that, man, we finna get into the video, man. Y'all look out, man. So before we officially get into the video, make sure you listen to what I'm saying right now. Make sure you go back and watch my outer tie rod video or replacement. Make sure you watch that. It has the tools the same as I put in the beginning of my video here. The only thing I didn't mention in there is taking off like the little boot, which is the rubber boot. You need the clamp, and take off the clamp, the two clamps, and that's literally it. And you twist. Look at mine. Mine's are very identical. Mine actually comes with grease. you might order some that don't come with grease, so just make sure you add grease to the little ball joints that I was showing. Other than that, like I said, compare and contrast. Mine are pretty much exactly the same. But on the new one, I have longer threads. I'm not sure why, but it does go with my car. And also, when you put all the, I'll mention again at the end of the video, but when you get done, make sure you go for a test drive. If not test drive, make sure you turn it left and right to make sure you're not getting that popping sound no more. Because that's what the whole point of this replacement. But once again, make sure you compare and contrast. And like on this one, the nut on the original one was thicker, and the nut on the new one was skinnier, but it still took a 24mm angle wrench socket. So I'm gonna let y'all know from the get-go. If you've seen in the previous scene, it's so easy to twist it out and get it out right. But look how I'm turning it in right now. You kind of gotta wiggle it around and get it in. Like, that's what took me the longest. This is like a 30-minute job, both sides, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's gonna take a while. It took me an hour to get that. It took me like 45 minutes to get that one piece in because I couldn't figure out how to like get it in. I was like maneuvering the hell out of it, but you'll see right here that you kind of just gotta be patient with it and like just push it in and then trying to turn it. But notice how I got that that bar angle so you can turn it. If you have it straight, you're not gonna be able to get it in because that strip bar is gonna be right in the way. And you don't want to waste time moving that strip bar because you need to hold a tool, a socket. You need a ball joint separator to get that out, and it's not really worth it. But make sure you have an angle like I have it right now, and then you'll be good. See, I'm turning it, then you'll be able. So once you're able to twist it all the way, make sure you get the inner ball joint tightener, whatever you want to call it. Put that on there. Get your 16mm or 15mm angle wrench socket, and go ahead and start tightening it. You can tighten it by hand at first, and then use the 16 or 15mm angle wrench socket, and then tighten it. Use extension bar and tighten it. You'll see in the middle of the video. Make sure you tighten it with that extension bar. Tighten it as far as you can go with it. And then you're pretty much done. Put everything back together. Put the boot on. Put the grease on if you got to put grease in your inner tie rod, because like I say, some don't come with grease. But just make sure you have a grease gun on deck, or whatever you have, whatever kind of grease you have. Put that in and you'll pretty much be done. So like I said, once again, a lot of commentary on this video. So go ahead, put your clamp on. Right now you see me struggling to put the zip tie on. But yeah, put the zip tie on and then put that clamp at the bottom of that boot on, and then yeah, put everything back together, and that's fucking it, man. So once you get that boot on, I have a wrench there so the little spindle can't turn, the ball joint can't turn. But make sure when you take off your outer tie rod, I forgot to mention, make sure when you take the outer tie rod off, make sure you count your turns when you're taking it off. I think I did 26 turns on this side. On my right side, it had 26 turns, and on my left side, I had 22 turns. But yeah, make sure you count those turns, because when you put it back on, you want to count those same turns back. So count 22 if you had 22. If you had 26, count 26 turns, and then tighten your 24mm wrench. Then tighten your 24mm bolt back. And that's the end of the video, man. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Let me know if it was informative or not, what I need to improve on or whatever. But it's your bro, Mighty Prophet, 144K.